Welcome back. Well, US President Donald Trump will be joining Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Houston's mega Howdy Modi event. Describing Trump's decision to attend the event as a special gesture, Prime Minister Modi took to Twitter to express his gratitude. Prime Minister Modi also called the move an indicator of the special friendship between India and the USA and said that he was looking forward to welcoming Trump at the event. This is for the first time that the leaders of the two largest democracies in the world will be addressing a joint rally. The event, which will be held at the NRG Stadium, will be attended by more than 50,000 Indian Americans. The event aims at strengthening ties and reaffirming the strategic partnership between the two nations. Harshvardhan Shringla, who is the Indian ambassador to the US, has called Trump's participation in Howdy Modi event as historic and unprecedented. Remember, Trump and Modi had met most recently in France last month on the sidelines of the G7 summit. According to White House officials, a request was made by Prime Minister Modi to Trump to attend the event, an invitation which Trump willingly accepted. So the countdown has begun to this mega event. It's been deemed as the Howdy Modi event. Of course, an informal greeting there for Texans. And considering that this is a massive event where NRIs, almost 50,000 of them will be coming together, this is also very, very important for US President Donald Trump as well, which is why he's accepted that invitation. The White House putting out a statement confirming that he is going to be a part of this event that will be taking place in Houston, in Texas, which has a massive Indian American population as well. This is going to be a first of its kind joint rally, which is why there's a lot of talk and there's a lot of excitement over this particular event. Geeta Mohan is joining us with more details on this. And Geeta, even as we discuss about how this is possibly the biggest event, even bigger than the Madison Square Garden event, it's important to also note why Trump has accepted this invite. Not just is it to highlight, how India-US relations have progressed, but also the fact that because the elections are there in 2020, it's important for him to reach out to the Indian American population.
50,000, Akshata, is the number of Indians and the Indian diaspora that would be attending the Howdy Modi event in Texas. Texas is a very important state for President Trump, and that's the reason why we're looking at a joint address by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Trump, but also look at how it cuts across party lines. Democrat leader Hoyer is also going to be there. He will also be addressing the gathering. It goes to show that there is acceptance of India and of Prime Minister Modi across party lines, across Democrats and the Republicans. And on that very same day in Texas, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be meeting with the top leaders and CEOs of the energy companies, something that President Trump has been trying to sell to India. So energy, trade deal, and the importance of Indian diaspora, all three included a historic achievement by India by having President Trump, a US president, attend an Indian Prime Minister's rally. Also, this is the second time that President Trump is actually addressing a rally as big as the one that he would be. The first time around was during his own inauguration as President of the United States of America.
Yes, and this is such an important event, Geeta. What are the kind of reactions that have come in, since Trump announced and confirmed that he is going to be a part of this event? Is there any statement that the MEA has put out?
Well, the Ministry of External Affairs hasn't put out any statement yet, but we have none other than Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, actually coming out and tweeting about the fact that it is a pleasure to see President Trump really coming out and accepting his invitation to be a part of this entire address, and that it really signifies Indo-US bilateral relationship and how it has grown exponentially when it comes to not just trade but strategic aspect of the ties between the two countries. So yes, none other than Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself has accepted the news that came out from the White House. Howdy Modi organizers put out a statement welcoming the decision, and we see Republicans and Democrats alike from both sides really appreciating the effort being made by the Indian Prime Minister to reach out not just to the Indian diaspora but also increase ties between the two countries.
All right, Geeta, thanks for joining us with all those details. We are, of course, going to keep all our viewers up to speed with all the developments that take place on that mega event. As Geeta told us, 50,000 Indian Americans are coming together for the Howdy Modi event in Texas. Let's move on now and get you details of the political fight that's broken out over Amit Shah's Hindi push. Now, southern states have upped the ante after DMK President NK Stalin threatened of another anti-Hindi agitation just like the one in 1937. Actor and Neta Kamal Haasan has also joined the ongoing debate. In a video that's been uploaded by Kamal, he has threatened another language agitation which he says will be much bigger than the Jallikattu protests. He said, and I quote, "People were promised protection of their language and culture, and no Shahs, Sultans or Samrats can suddenly break that promise. A lot of Rajas have given up their Raj to form the Union of India, but the people did not want to give up their language, culture and identity." Now, the debate over Hindi has been raging ever since Home Minister Amit Shah on Hindi Divas said that Hindi can unify all of India. That as far as petitions in the Supreme Court go, Ghulam Nabi Azad has now been allowed to visit the valley and take stock really of what the situation is there. We spoke to Mr. Azad soon after the Supreme Court order. Here's what he said.
Mr. Azad, do you see this as a big boost because you've been trying to go to Srinagar, trying to go to Jammu and Kashmir, and finally the court has allowed you permission to visit for places?
Well, at the outset, I would like to thank Honorable Supreme Court for allowing me to visit Jammu and Kashmir. Well, this petition is totally different, maybe unlike all other petitions. My petition is based on humanitarian grounds.
Right.
Because for the past now 43 days, the central government, state government, the political parties, everybody is speaking of law and order shutdown, Article 370 abrogation, 35 division of state, downgrading of the state. Well, all that I have said on the floor of the House. But at this moment, we all should be concerned and should have been concerned, and the government of India and the state government should have been concerned about those, if I would say, maybe a million people, almost 1/3 or 1/4 of the population in Kashmir Valley, whose livelihood is totally based on the daily wages. At this juncture, we will have enough of time to do the politics or rallies and functions maybe later on. This is not the time. Yes, I'm concerned about the freedom of speech. I'm concerned of the freedom of movement. But that's not my immediate concern. My immediate concern is first the people should survive. So this section of the society whose number goes into lakhs, their question of very survival is at stake. So I would like to visit the places in the 4 districts which Honorable Supreme Court has given me the permission, and to meet these people, section of these people. I can't meet everybody, maybe few who I may come across, and would like to inquire about their livelihood and how they are surviving.
Get you an update now from states like Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, where rain furies once again wreaked havoc. Over 46,000 people from Mandsaura and Nimoj districts of MP have been shifted to safer places. Incessant rainfall in Madhya Pradesh has also created a flood-like situation in neighbouring Kota District of Rajasthan. Now, the Army and NDRF have been deployed to carry out rescue and relief work. So far, more than 4,500 people have been rescued. A lot of them are still, however, stranded. For the last 3 days, people in Kota have been left without electricity and drinking water. Hamirpur district in Uttar Pradesh is also witnessing a flood-like situation with villages and farms being completely inundated.
After the water was released from the Kota barrage by opening 18 gates, several areas of Kota district in Rajasthan have been inundated. There is a flood-like situation prevailing out here, and people have been forced to take shelter or refuge on terraces on the 2nd or 3rd floors of their houses. In several areas there is water up to a depth of 10 to 12 feet, and people have been stranded waiting for some kind of rescue or relief work to be carried out by the army and the NDRF. In fact, the army and the NDRF all through yesterday had been carrying out relief work in these areas of Rajasthan. In fact, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and Shanti Dhariwal, another minister of his, are conducting aerial surveys of these areas which have been inundated due to heavy rains that have prevailed over the last 10 days or so. People have been stranded in several places. And कितनी दिक्कतें आ रही हैं आपको?
बाथरूम की सबकी परेशानी आ रही है सबकी।
आपका मकान डूब गया पूरा? है क्या? Well, as you can see, there are several people who have been waiting for some kind of rescue work to be carried out. They claim that their entire belongings have been swept away due to the heavy floods that have occurred in these areas, and people are waiting for some kind of relief to come their way, and and for the army and the NDRF to ensure that their belongings are rescued, that they are rescued from here, and that relief comes their way sooner rather than later. With Nikhil Sharma, Devankur Vadhavan in Kota, India Today.
We are right now in Hamirpur district, where lakhs of cusecs of water have been released in river Yamuna and Betwa, and more than 80 villages are affected due to floods. There are some villages which have completely submerged into the water. The crops are inundated, and in most of the areas crops are also destroyed. A lot of kacha houses in the areas have also collapsed because of the flood water, and you can see that this area is completely submerged in the water. It is inundated, and hundreds of people across Hamirpur district are living on the roads, and they have claimed that no facilities are being given to them by the local administration. Last evening they were given food by the administration, but today they have not been given any food to eat. The children have not eaten anything since early morning, and the people who are affected due to floods are saying that immediate measures should be taken by the district administration to ensure that they get temporary accommodation and proper arrangement of food for them, especially for children are made. They are also saying that their crops have been destroyed due to flood, and also their houses have collapsed. So compensation should also be given by the district administration to them for rehabilitation. In Hamirpur, with camera person Harish Kanpal, Nilanshu Shukla for India Today. प्रशासन की तरफ से आपको कुछ मिला खाने को, या प्रशासन
केवल खाने को मिला? अब फिर यहाँ कोई सुनाई नहीं। पानी भर आ गया है, पानी की भर गया है, एक टैंकर निकल गया, वो भी यहाँ रुका नहीं, आगे निकल गया है।
कैसे कर रहे हैं खाना पीना, कैसे कर रहे हैं फिर आप?
खाना पीना क्या ऐसे क्या है कि कभी खाया कभी न खाया। अरे बड़ी आफत से गुजर रही है, पन्नी डाल के पड़े हैं।
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.